What have you been putting off doing? 3 ways to overcome procrastination. So these are 3 techniques you can use to help continue the passion and make your dreams come true. Why, hello there. My name's TJ Shimeld. I'm one of the founders and president of VanishingWheelchair.org. Wanted to share a little bit with you of some of the techniques I use to overcome my putting things off till tomorrow syndrome. I find that I can always come up with an excuse, my latest excuse for doing things. Look at it. Poison ivy. Ugh, poison ivy. I got into a batch of poison ivy at one of my fix and flip properties that I'm working on, and it has been a to-do. And I've realized, yes, there needs to be a balance in life. I needed time to stop, let my body recuperate some, take that extra nap, and that's okay. And it got to the point that, I would feel guilty that I wasn't doing things. And so I began with one of the techniques I've used a lot is 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. Can I just sit down and do this one task? 5 minutes. That's all I'm going to give myself. 5 minutes. And I have completed books this way. I've successfully written and published 6 different books. And that's a hard thing to do, is to motivate yourself to write. So I told myself, well, I would write every day with Vanishing Wheelchair. The thing that began the Vanishing Wheelchair nonprofit was the book about Ricky D. Boone's life, the 4-foot giant and the Vanishing Wheelchair. And I told myself I was going to get up early every day, 5 minutes, just write. Well, 5 minutes end up turning into 10 minutes. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40, 50, an hour. And because once you've started the ball rolling, it's easier to keep it going. So 5 minutes. Another technique I have used, and it was actually taught to me through the writings of Walter B. Gibson. Actually, the first book I ever wrote was a biography of Walter B. Gibson in the Shadow, hence the radio in the background here, or the old-time radio show, Who Knows What Evil Lurks in the Hearts of Men? The Shadow knows. Well, Walter Gibson was a magician and an author. The Shadow was the first double-identity superhero that ushered in the way for Batman and Superman and all the rest. And Walter wrote so many books. There is an actual book trying to list all his publications. He once said that he would give anyone $10,000 if they could ever come up with a complete list, and nobody could ever collect because he didn't even know. And he had a technique when doing something to make sure to get through. He would stop writing in the middle of a sentence. In the middle of a thought. That way, when he sat down to write the next day, he would just start reading that sentence and off he'd go. He'd remember exactly where he was, and he was able to continue. And that one's a difficult one for me. I like to get things complete. I'll probably often push myself to complete things that might be a little bit beyond that balance point where I should give myself a break. But I found that technique wonderful with working like at my fix and flip. I've been painting and cutting in. I'd have those little goals like, well, I want to complete this room. And, well, maybe I'll have time to complete the next room. But a lot of times if I can stop in the middle of a room, I know exactly where to begin. And because it's unfinished, there's something in me that makes me want to finish it. So it's motivating to be able to get back to it the next day. The last thing I've often done in my life is reward. Rewarding myself and putting off, delaying that gratification. I was a top student, I must say, in high school. I graduated number 9 in my class, went on to a great university, Tufts University, and I always pushed myself. I had this internal drive to always be perfect. My parents even would try to like rein me in and say, no, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I had this, if it was from culture or whatever, or just my personality, that I was always seeking perfection. And as a result of that, I would always delay gratification. That was a way I could manipulate my own mind and say, okay, well, I really want to watch a show on TV, watch The Simpsons, something I've loved for years, The Simpsons. And so I'd find myself going to do that, and I thought, well, wait a minute. I'll allow myself to do that if I do my 5 minutes of writing, or whatever it is. And finding that was a motivation. And this is a technique I would use daily, coming home from high school, and I would come home, have a snack, and get right to homework, because I wanted to be done by 8 o'clock, because then all the good shows would be coming on TV. I wanted to be ready for them. And I had done that my whole academic career. A lot of times to my social detriment, because, in college, I would, Friday would come, and right, that's a party day. Everybody goes out Friday night. It's been this long, stressful week. Great, that could be their, getting through the week to be able to get to that Friday. Well, for me, Friday, right after class, I would be doing all the homework I had. So then I had the rest of the weekend free. And I was really free by Sunday. And all my friends were then writing that paper, studying for that test, doing everything, and nobody was around to go out with me and have fun and do stuff. So it got, a little interesting, but I found, that's a wonderful way to do it. I've used other rewards too, of having that special treat or things like that, which I realize with some people, if they're struggling with weight loss and things, that, food shouldn't always be a reward. Try to make it something that you enjoy doing, if it's walking, or maybe that's the thing you need the reward for. But, there's things we like, taking a bath, even maybe just relaxing, watching a show, reading a good book, something for you that's rewarding. And try these 3 techniques. The next time you find yourself going, I don't really want to do this. Well, can I get 5 minutes? I don't really want to do the laundry. Can I just fold 2 shirts? Well, the dishes are piling up. Let me just clean 1 or 2 dishes. And you find, again, once that ball gets rolling, you can continue on. So use this. Subscribe to our channel. We are all here on vanishingwheelchair.org to help you succeed and find the passion in life to move you forward. And a lot of times we're finding there's things and excuses to hold us back. So these are 3 techniques you can use to help continue the passion and make your dreams come true. Join our journey. We'll see you next time.